Greetings. Welcome to our message today. We honor the land that we all gather on, acknowledge it as Indigenous territory and land, and give thanks that we can live and breathe and find our being in this sacred place. The Song of Solomon is a poetic love story. And I'm going to read chapter 2, verses 8 to 14. The voice of my beloved, look, he comes, leaping upon the mountains, bounding over the hills. My beloved is like a gazelle or a young stag. Look, there she stands, behind our wall, gazing in all the windows, looking through the lattice. My beloved speaks and says to me, arise, my love, my fair one, and come away, for now the winter is past, the rain is over and gone. The flowers appear on the earth, the time of singing has come, and the voice of the turtle dove is heard in our land. The fig tree puts forth its figs, and the vines are in blossom. They give forth fragrance. Arise, my love, my fair one, and come away. The subject of this passage, this poetic prose, for me, is God. God is the gazelle who always comes over the mountaintop to rescue me. God is the one who peeks through my windows to find me when I'm buried under something that I feel I will never get out of. God is the one that plants spring in my heart, that is there during the rain and after, and is always inviting me into spring after a dark, cold winter. And God is always planting life wherever I go and wherever I am, even when I feel that life has been drained completely from me. God is my lullaby, the one I curl into when I'm so lost I can't even tell which direction is which. When suffering overcomes me and I can't get out of bed, God is the one who wraps her arms around me and whispers, sometimes so quiet I can't even hear. And yet I know, something in me knows that that whispering is always there, saying to me, you are my beloved. If you are lost, I am lost with you. When you are found, I will be there right beside you. When the river is so choppy and you think you're going to drown, I will do everything I can to reach out my hand and save you. I am never not with you in everything. I can't imagine anything being more important to me than my relationship with God. It is primary. Without it, I am nothing. I have no sense of self. I have no center that I can turn into when the world demands so much from my heart, from my mind, and simply from life. If I did not have this beautiful creation ever with me, ever voicing into me that I am a part of something that in this time and place I cannot fathom or even articulate. If I was not aware that there was a life and a universe and a cosmology beyond what the world is now, I do not know how I would survive. But that whisper, when I do hear it, and I am overcome with a sense of belonging to everything, every brother, every sister, every creature, every tree, every bug, every bee, every animal, every planet, when that whisper is heard for me, I feel something that is so astounding that remembering what it was like to be lost is so faint. It's like mist somewhere over here that I can't quite grasp anymore, but I know it exists because something has happened. Something has enveloped me because it is already there. God's whisper triggers what is already our truth, that we are a part of a system that is larger than what we can comprehend, that we are part of a web that is connected beyond this earth, that moves past this galaxy, and that every one of us is like one of the billions and billions and billions of stars. We are each our own sun. And all these suns together that are hanging out in the world have this incredible potential to move and change and transform the darkest of things. And I know things are often dark for us as a species. And it's very challenging and very overwhelming. And it's okay that we get lost. And it's okay that we need to bury ourselves. And it's okay to doubt and to lose faith. Because that whisper is always there, vibrating, just waiting for us to pick up on a little piece of it. And when we do, that's when we return. That's when we return to the truth of who we are. So much of this is an illusion. It's part of the illusion our souls need to experience in order to evolve. But we also have to remember, regain, and retain the truth of the beingness inside us and the connection. So important for us to remember that connection we have with everything, and that every one of us is struggling, and every one of us knows pain, and every one of us is joy and love, and every one of us is God. That is not something we can escape. I encourage us to acknowledge it in whatever capacity or image or however we want to perceive it. It doesn't matter what we call it. It only matters that we can realize and eventually accept that it exists, this essence, this light in all things, throughout the world, throughout the galaxy, throughout the universe. And we aren't going to get away from that. And God is going to keep knocking and keep coming to our windows and keep bounding over mountains and keep planting spring inside us. No matter how much we suffer, we will always continue to evolve, and God will always be reaching out to find us and pull us back to who we each are. The Song of Solomon, for me, is a love story, a love song to God. The subject of my life, the most important thing, and that which gives me hope every morning. Thanks be to God. Amen.